It's time to return to the world of the demonically comical but well-meaning youngest son of the Dark Lord, as we look into 10 things that you didn't know about little Nicky.
Release the evil.
So, let's check it out. Or should I say, so let's check it out. Okay, sorry, I didn't do a very good job of that, but I tried. Number 10, Little Nicky is based on Adam Sandler himself and some kid he knew from high school. Despite being a kind, gentle and passive demon, Little Nicky finally displays a hellish temper when provoked and reached boiling point. This is part of a comedy trait of many of Adam Sandler's iconic characters, where they all seem like pretty chill guys, but push their buttons and you'll experience an epic Sandler rage. This in part is based on Sandler himself, who according to Looper.com claims to have anger issues and incorporates this into his comedy. As for Nicky's unique way of talking through the side of his mouth, giving a unique delivery of speech, well, that was based on a high school friend of Sandler's who actually spoke this way. So, Sandler incorporated this unique way of speaking into Little Nicky.
But you have something that he doesn't have.
A speech impediment?
Number 9, the devilish reason behind the name. So, what isn't a name? Well, when it comes to the character of Nicky, a lot, as the name Nicky is derived from the name Old Nick, which is an old common name used to describe the devil. Adding the little part into the title was to emphasize Nicky's small stature in the grand scheme of things, and his innocent naivety. Sandler got the idea for Little Nicky several years prior, when he and his friends went to see the supernatural thriller Angel Heart, which features Robert De Niro as the Dark Lord. And given the satanic offspring nature of that movie, after watching Angel Heart, Sandler and his friends laughed at the notion of, imagine if Satan had a son and his son was a total loser. And so Little Nicky was born, with Sandler's idea being picked up by New Line Cinema, who previously had great success distributing Sandler's 1997 movie, The Wedding Singer. And the movie was directed by Stephen Brill, who previously wrote the Mighty Ducks movies, and directed Heavyweights, and would also go on to direct Mr. Deeds. Well, that's pretty Brill. Incidentally, he also had a minor role in the as-mentioned The Wedding Singer. Number 8, casting switcheroo. So when it came to Nicky's father, the Dark Lord himself, the ruler of hell, Harvey Keitel delights on this comical take on the Dark Lord. He is funny and has the right amount of delightful menace. Okay, he's no Jack Nicholson in Witches of Eastwick, but he still gets the job done. However, originally Dustin Hoffman was cast in the role, but for whatever reason it didn't work out. So Harvey Keitel took over, and he found out about the role when the script was faxed to him while he was in Turkey. Yeah, remember the 90s when we had fax machines?
Knock knock?
Yes, Jimmy.
Don't forget, you're shoving a pineapple up Hitler's at 4 p.m.
Speaking of fathers, in Adam Sandler's song, Stan the Man, he claims that his father's favourite movie of his was Little Nicky. I don't know if that's true or if he was just being funny. Also, Marilyn Manson was going to appear in the movie as one of the many cameos, but had to bail out due to scheduling issues. Number 7, returning Sandler-related characters. So Little Nicky features many famous faces in either supporting roles or cameos, including Patricia Arquette, Rhys Ifans, Rodney Dangerfield, Tommy Lister Jr., Reese Witherspoon, Henry Winkler, Quentin Tarantino, and Ozzy Osbourne, and many, many more. However, Little Nicky also sees the return of actual characters from previous Adam Sandler movies, including Carl Weathers as Chubbs from Happy Gilmore,
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
and Rob Schneider as Towie, aka the You Can Do It guy from The Waterboy.
You can do it, Ozzy! Bite his freaking head off!
And I'm also pretty sure that John Lovitz, who plays the Peeping Tom, is playing the It's Ladies Night guy that he previously played in The Wedding Singer. Interestingly, when appearing on Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in 2000, Lovitz did his due diligence for Little Nicky by promoting it on the show. Also, rest in peace Ozzy Osbourne. Number 6, the shoot led to a broken ankle. They say that you should never say break a leg before a performance as it could lead to bad luck. Well, we should add break an ankle to that too, as in Little Nicky, Dana Carvey played an aging basketball referee who was possessed by Nicky's brother, Cassius. However, while filming his basketball scenes, Carvey actually broke his ankle, which left him on crutches. What makes this unfortunate is that this was Carvey's first movie role in quite some time, as his previous movie beforehand was 6 years earlier in Trapped in Paradise. Yep, he sure did come back with a bang and a broken ankle. But breaking his ankle for a movie is bound to get him lots of respect on set, right?
Even in hell I get no respect.
Number 5, Adam Sandler loves the V. So of course, it's an Adam Sandler movie, so there's going to be a romance subplot, even if this time he is the son of the devil, where Nicky's love interest goes by the name Valerie Varan. As pointed out by IMDb, this is actually the 4th Adam Sandler love interest character to have the initials of VV, the others being Veronica Vaughn in Billy Madison, Virginia Bennett in Happy Gilmore, Vicky Valancourt in The Waterboy, and the tradition would continue with Violet Valentine in Hubie Halloween. What can I say? Sandler loves women with 2 V's. Interestingly, going back to IMDb, Jamie Presley and Uma Thurman were considered to play Valerie before the part was cast with Patricia Arquette. And Valerie is also the name of Sandler's real-life sister. Number 4, Mr. Beefy was real-life friends with Adam Sandler. So in Little Nicky, the main character befriends Mr. Beefy, a foul-mouthed talking British bulldog.
Now that hurt the both of us. Yes! I mean, woof, woof.
The part was voiced by comedian Robert Smigel, and according to PetPlace.com, the part was actually played by 3 dogs, those being Rue, Harvey, and Harley, whom were trained by trainer Steve Behrens, who previously trained animals that were used in The Mask and The Truth About Cats and Dogs. The character's name was originally going to be either Beefius Maximus or Roast Beef, till they settled on Mr. Beefy. One of the dogs who played Mr. Beefy, Rue, was the father to Sandler's real-life pet dog Meatball. In fact, Meatball's face was actually used in Little Nicky. Meatball would even go on to be the best man at Sandler's wedding. Sadly, however, Meatball died in 2004 due to a heart attack, where over 100 guests attended his funeral. Number 3, the Seinfeld connection. So in one particular scene in Little Nicky, we see the quirky character on the streets of New York, where in the background we see a diner called Tom's Restaurant. Now this location may seem familiar, because this is the diner that was used for the fictional Monk's Cafe in Seinfeld. Yep, the same establishment, just redressed for Seinfeld. Tom's Restaurant is a Greek-American themed family restaurant, and has actually become a famous establishment due to its Seinfeld fame, and if you go inside you'll find that it's full of Seinfeld memorabilia. I am sure tons of people go to the restaurant who watch Seinfeld, but I wonder how many people go there because Adam Sandler once stood outside the place in Little Nicky.
Popeye's chicken is f***ing awesome.
Speaking of locations and sets, when Ozzy Osbourne arrived for filming, to which everyone on the set was really excited about, he was so impressed with the Hell on Earth sets, he used the sets for inspiration for his Ozfest.
Ozzy?
IMDb adds that the Hell on Earth sets themselves were inspired by Slayer album covers. Once again, rest in peace Ozzy Osbourne. Number 2, there is a Little Nicky Game Boy game. Yes, I am dead serious. So if you can believe it, there was an actual game based on Little Nicky released on the Game Boy Color, making it the only live-action Adam Sandler movie to get a video game tie-in. Thankfully, I have this super arcade machine, which has every old Nintendo game ever, which includes Game Boy games too, so we can play Little Nicky. The game starts how you would expect a game based on Little Nicky to start, with the John Lovitz character being a peeping Tom.
The last time I saw a pair of jugs that big, 2 hillbillies were blowing on them.
Where he then takes a fall and lands in hell. And yes, a Game Boy game literally starts by using the word horny, and the sentence, welcome to hell. And look, I can't really tell you what happens in the game because of all the talking and all the speeches that take place. I'm trying to do my thing and start the game here, but I can't due to all the talking. Oh, come on, just let me play. To quote the angry video game nerd, but with a PG filter, what a poop load of intercourse. I'd rather eat out the decomposing bottom of a road accident cat. Ugh, no I wouldn't, that's actually really gross. But seriously though, this game does suck monkey coitus. Look at this! I know a speech is going to be coming on from this guy, and I'm doing everything to avoid him. I'm even trying to jump over him, but nope, you ain't getting away from this textbook that the game is throwing at you. This game is assaulting to your senses. Okay, that's enough of me being the angry video game Minty. So finally I get through all the talking, and look, I just don't know what on earth little Nicky is doing here. Suddenly he starts going apeshit and running around creating flames. I don't know what is going on here or what I'm meant to do, but either way, this game exists, it's a thing, we've all had a look at it now. Number 1, the movie was a bomb, but Roger Ebert liked it. Little Nicky was released in November 2000, and not only was it a box office bomb, but it actually lost a ton of money. The movie's budget was somewhere between $80 to $85 million, and it only made $58 million, certifying it as a box office dud. Little Nicky would also go on to be nominated for 5 Razzie Awards, and naturally it also got not very good reviews from critics too, who struggled to get through Adam Sandler's voice. Don't worry, Adam Sandler, that happens to me all the time. However, surprisingly, someone who was more optimistic about Little Nicky was Roger Ebert, who felt like it was Sandler's best film to date, and actually enjoyed Sandler's voice quirks, and found Little Nicky to be an intriguing character. Well, who would have funked it? But seriously though, what sorcery made Roger Ebert like Little Nicky?
Now that was some straight up David Copperfield shit.
Okay, don't get me wrong, he still thought the movie was bad, but felt that it was the better one of the bunch. And apparently the fact that he said the movie wasn't as bad as other movies was kind of used as an endorsement in Little Nicky's promotion. So what do you think? Is Little Nicky a god-awful movie, a mere poop stain in Sandler's filmography, or do you think it's an underrated, ghoulish delight? Regardless, take care, be kind to each other, and remember...
Popeye's chicken is the shiznit!
See ya!